You know, I mean, obviously, you know, like I said, it's the first time that they're working together, so they just gotta, you know, work together, get their understanding down. You know, I mean, this has really been the first practice that all three have been together.
Statistically, it feels odd that you would have 27 games with only 2 draws. Is there any explanation for such a thing?
Taking some late goals obviously prevented us from some draws in that one stretch of games, you know, you know, it's something, you know, we've never been a big drawing team, you know, overall. You know, I know we've had seasons where we've had some draws, but we've never, I think, been one of the teams that is near the top of the league in draws or anything like that. I think because we always go out trying to win games, and sometimes when you're trying to win games, you open yourself up late in the game, you know, and sometimes you do win the game, you know, so as a result, you have less draws.
So, Sigi, one of the challenges of coaching MLS is the call-ups for the internationals. I think MLS Soccer had something like 72 players of MLS going international duty over the next couple of weeks. Do you think the league should somehow make some changes to give you guys a break losing these players like that?
It's like I said, I mean, that's an age-old question, you know, for the league, and it's a question of really from the business side of things, you know, from a standpoint of you would end up having to shove more weekend games into the midweek, and for some teams that's just not economically feasible, and so that makes it tough to clear all those weekends where you have international fixture dates. I mean, you know, there's not a full slate of games this weekend, so there's not a full slate of teams missing people. I think there's only, you know, between now and next Wednesday, I think there's only 6 games or something like that. You know, so they've tried to make accommodations. They've tried to have some weeks where there's definitely a lesser game load. Schedule load, and I think there's even one in October where I don't think anybody's really playing unless they move the game to there. So they're trying the best they can, but it's really a business thing of our teams, our organizations. Is our league big enough? Is the TV contract, or all those things, all looking at those business things together, make it feasible for us to move weekend games to midweek and still have a viable business model.
You mentioned you guys as a team that does go forward and try and get the wins. MLS has done various tiebreakers right now. They seem to value wins. Do you like that as a tiebreaker?
Yeah, I mean, it's been there now for a couple of years. I know it was there last year, and I think it was there the year before as well. You know, so I think you know, I mean, certainly it's rewarding teams for winning games rather than just playing for ties. You know, so I think it's a good thing.
What are the chances of getting a full team out this week? It seems everyone was out practicing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, chances are much better. You know, again, each day we got to see how people are the next day and how they feel, and if they feel they can go.
And looking ahead this weekend, Toronto, I mean, obviously they're fighting for a playoff spot, and you guys are fighting for a playoff spot. So how big is this going to be?
I mean, all the games are the same from here on out. They're all big games, and you know, this is an important game for us because we're at home, and every time we're at home, we want to get 3 points.
What kind of challenges does Toronto bring to you guys?
Well, the challenge right now, obviously, with Giovinco, you know, being hurt and Altidore being gone, is trying to figure out exactly what formation they're going to come with. Are they going to drop back into a 4-4-2, or are they going to come at us with, you know, 4-2-3-1 that they've played the last couple of games? Who's going to replace those particular people? Are we going to see Herculez Gomez start his first game? You know, is Luke Moore, you know, back into the mix? You know, so there's different situations that way that we got to look at. So they present obstacles there. Obviously, they still have some very good players. Michael Bradley's a good player, you know, for them, and has done a lot of good things. And you know, they're obviously a playoff contender in the East, so they're a good team.
Does some of that go in reverse? You figure they might be curious to see how you're going to go with a full roster?
Yeah, I think it works both ways, you know, so it's one of those things that cuts both ways right now, and I'm sure Greg's not going to reveal any secrets, and I'm not, and we'll find out, you know, on Saturday evening.